The security alarm screamed through Station Epsilon. Every guard ran toward Sector 7. What they found there made them freeze in fear and confusion. Station Epsilon was the biggest human research station in the galaxy. Scientists studied dangerous alien creatures from across space. The most deadly creature was called the Shadow Ripper. It had black scales like midnight. Its eyes glowed red like fire. Its teeth were sharper than any blade. One bite from this beast could kill a full-grown human in seconds. 3 days ago, something terrible happened. The Shadow Ripper disappeared from its cage. Nobody knew how it escaped. The cage was made of the strongest metal in the universe. But somehow the creature broke free. The entire station went on lockdown immediately. All doors were sealed. Every corridor was checked twice. Guards searched everywhere with their weapons ready. People were terrified. Nobody wanted to sleep at night. Everyone feared the beast was hiding in the dark, waiting, watching, ready to attack. Captain Torres led the main search team. He was a brave soldier with 20 years of experience. He had fought in the Great Space War. He had faced death many times. But even he felt nervous about the Shadow Ripper. For 3 days, they searched without stopping. They checked every room, every tunnel, every corner of the massive station. But the creature had vanished like a ghost. On the third night, Captain Torres and his team walked through the empty corridors of Level 5. Their boots made echo sounds on the metal floor. Everyone held their guns tight, fingers on triggers, ready to shoot. Then they heard something. A soft sound coming from the janitor's room at the end of the hall. It sounded like breathing, deep breathing. Captain Torres raised his hand. His team stopped moving. They listened carefully. The sound came again, definitely breathing. Something big was inside that room. Torres pointed at 2 guards. They moved forward slowly. Their hearts were beating fast. They reached the door. Torres counted with his fingers. 1, 2, 3. The guards kicked the door open with a loud crash. Everyone rushed inside with weapons raised. Their flashlights cut through the darkness. What they saw made no sense at all. The deadliest predator in the galaxy was curled up like a sleeping baby in the arms of old Henry the station janitor. And Henry was smiling. Everyone wanted to shoot the beast immediately, but Henry said 5 words that stopped them cold. "Please don't hurt my friend." Captain Torres could not believe his eyes. The Shadow Ripper was sleeping peacefully against Henry's chest. Its massive head rested on the old man's shoulder. Henry was a 60-year-old janitor who worked on the station for 15 years. Everyone knew him. He cleaned the floors. He fixed broken pipes. He never caused any trouble. He was just a quiet, simple man who did his job. But now he sat calmly on his small bed, holding the most dangerous creature in the universe. Henry spoke in a soft voice. "Lower your weapons, please. You will scare him." The guards looked at each other in shock. Was this old man crazy? Had he lost his mind completely? Captain Torres felt anger rising in his chest. He pointed his gun directly at the beast. "That thing killed 3 guards last year, Henry. It tore them apart in seconds. We need to destroy it right now before it kills again." Henry shook his head slowly. His wrinkled face stayed calm. "That thing has a name, Captain. His name is Crix. He is not a monster. He is just scared and lonely like everyone else." The Shadow Ripper opened one red eye slowly. All the guards stepped back fast. Their fingers tightened on their triggers. Hearts pounding, ready to fire. But Crix did not attack. He did not growl. He did not show his teeth. He simply looked at Henry with that glowing red eye. Then he closed it again and went back to sleep. Torres felt confused. This made no sense. These creatures were pure killers. Everyone knew that. They had no feelings, no emotions. They only knew how to hunt and destroy. How was this possible? Henry saw the confusion on their faces. He decided to explain everything. 3 days ago, I found him near the trash disposal room. He was bleeding badly from his side. Someone had hurt him during the escape. He was trying to hide. He looked so scared, Captain. So alone. I could not just leave him there to die. I brought him to my room. I gave him food and water. I cleaned his wound with my medical kit. He did not attack me. He just watched me with those red eyes. How did a simple janitor tame the most dangerous creature in the universe? Henry smiled softly and said something that changed everything. I did not tame him, Captain. I just showed him kindness. Something nobody else ever did. Before Henry could answer, Dr. Park stood up fast. He was the head scientist who studied alien behavior. He slammed his hand on the table. The Shadow Ripper's species killed thousands of humans over the last 10 years. They destroyed 3 colony ships. They attacked mining stations. They are pure predators with no feelings at all. They cannot be trusted ever. Other scientists nodded their heads in agreement. Some shouted yes. Some said destroy it now. The room filled with angry voices again. Henry waited patiently for them to finish. Then he raised his hand and spoke clearly. His voice was not loud, but everyone heard him. You keep these creatures in small cages their whole lives. You hurt them with your painful tests. You shock them with electricity. You take their blood. You never give them comfort. You never tried to understand them as living beings. You only see them as monsters and experiments. The room went completely silent. Nobody expected the old janitor to speak like this. Henry continued. Crix is not a monster. He is just lonely. He is scared. He wants to feel safe, just like all of us do. Director Chen slammed her hand on the table hard. The sound echoed in the quiet room. I don't care about your feelings, Henry. Security will kill that beast at dawn. That is my final order. Take him away. That night, Henry sat with Crix in his small room. He stroked the creature's black scales gently. His eyes filled with tears. He whispered softly, I won't let them hurt you, my friend. But how could an old janitor save a creature when the entire station wanted it dead? Time was running out fast. Henry had only 6 hours before they would kill Crix. He made a dangerous choice. He would break every rule to save his friend. Henry knew the station better than anyone alive. He cleaned every room for 15 years, every corridor, every tunnel, every secret path. He fixed pipes in places where guards never went. He knew maintenance tunnels that were not on any map. He knew which cameras were broken. He knew which doors had weak locks. This knowledge was his only weapon now. At midnight, Henry woke Crix gently. The beast opened his red eyes and looked at him. Henry put one finger to his lips. Crix understood. They had to stay quiet, very quiet. Henry opened his door slowly. The hallway was empty and dark. Most guards were sleeping now. Only night patrols were walking around. This was their only chance to escape. Henry led Crix through the narrow maintenance tunnels behind the walls. These tunnels were built for workers to access the station's systems. They were tight spaces filled with pipes and wires. Crix had to crawl on his belly to fit through. They moved slowly in complete darkness. Henry used a small flashlight to see the way. His hands were shaking, but he kept moving forward. But there was one big problem. The cargo bay had 10 security cameras covering every angle, and right now Captain Torres was watching all the security screens from the control room. Torres saw movement on camera 7. His eyes went wide with shock. He grabbed his radio fast. Sound the alarm right now. The janitor is helping the beast escape. Red emergency lights flashed everywhere. Sirens screamed through the station. Henry and Crix were trapped. 50 guards surrounded Henry and Crix in the cargo bay. Everyone had weapons pointed at them. One wrong move, and both would die. Henry stood in front of Crix, protecting him with his own body. His arms were spread wide like a shield. Crix growled softly behind him. The beast could sense the danger all around them. His red eyes glowed brighter in the darkness. His muscles were tense and ready, but he did not attack. He stayed behind Henry, waiting to see what would happen next. Captain Torres walked forward slowly with his gun raised high. His face was hard and angry. "Step away from the creature right now, Henry. This is your last warning. Move aside or we will shoot through you to kill it." Henry shook his head firmly. His voice was steady and calm. "No, Captain. I will not move. If you want to kill him, you will have to kill me first." Torres felt frustrated and confused. "That's a direct order, Henry. Step away now." Henry looked straight into the captain's eyes. "I don't care about orders anymore, Captain. Some things are more important than following rules."